dust heap, a kitchen mop, an old fur coat with a bird on top, a moving mess of unpleasantness. Good grief, what a mess! Eggshells, porridge, felt meringue. Is this Prince Emir up in jam? In toast and ketchup, you'll never guess. Oh no, what a mess! Though he's not a pretty sight, he really tries to do things right. With a mother who's tall and slim, I wonder how she ever thought of him. A short-cut, scruffy Afghan hound, a more foul creature you've never found. A tangled bundle of princeliness. Good grief, what a mess, what a mess, what a mess, what a mess.
"Wake up!" shouted Waterbiss's mother for the 9th time. Came the muffled and plaintive reply. "You're not awake," said his mother, getting rather cross. The tall and beautiful Afghan hound looked in despair at the muddle, which was the sleeping quarters of her son, Prince Emir of Kinjan. "No wonder you're cold, what a mess. Just look at all this rubbish." "It's a midnight snack," explained Watermess, "in case I fainted with hunger during the night. You can, you know. The cat next door told me." "I've never heard such nonsense," said his mother. "Didn't you realise that the cat was pulling your leg?" "I'll never ever believe a word that cat tells me ever again," said the puppy fiercely. "I think I'd better take a little nap now and get my strength back." "Oh, no, you don't," cried his mother. "You should be out in the garden. Don't you know what today is? Spring has arrived." "I didn't hear the doorbell," said the puppy. "Spring doesn't come in through the door, silly. It's a season of the year. There's spring, then summer, then autumn, then dreary old winter. What exactly does spring do? Well, the grass grows, flowers shoot up, and the trees throw out buds and burst into blossom." Watermess decided that spring was worth taking a look at. He wore a dustbin lid on his head as a helmet in case the flowers shot up into the sky and fell down on his head. He watched a tuft of grass and a clump of daffodils, but although he waited for quite a long time, they stayed where they were. Feeling a bit disappointed with spring, he went over to an apple tree to see it throw its buds about and burst, as his mother had told him it would. While he was waiting, the cat next door appeared beside him. "Today's spring," announced the cat. "I'm off bird watching in the wood." "I'll come with you." "You can't," said the cat. "You have to be a cat. Dogs are too big and clumsy to go bird watching." "She's telling me fibs again," thought Watermess. "Nobody makes a fool of Prince Emir of Kinjan twice. Anything a cat can do, I can do. I'm coming with you." The cat led the way to the quickthorn hedge at the back of the garden. Watermess got stuck halfway through, and thorns tangled themselves in his coat. The little wood was thick with saplings. As the cat walked between them, they snapped back and hit Watermess on the nose. Suddenly, the cat leapt up a tall tree, and 2 seconds later was sitting on the topmost branch. Watermess did his best. He managed to scramble onto a low branch and then wedge himself in a fork. He watched miserably as the cat ran down the tree headfirst. The puppy gulped and did the same. you have a nice day?" asked Watermiss's mother. "I don't think spring is worth getting up for," he replied. "I'm waiting for summer." A small, fat, scruffy Afghan hound puppy in a heat wave is not a pretty sight. When summer eventually arrived, there was not a breath of wind and the sun shone from a clear blue sky. Watermiss was sitting in a hole in the middle of the compost heap, trying to keep cool. "You are an intelligent puppy, as well as being the nobly born grandson of the famous snow leopard hunter of Afghanistan," he said to himself. "So where is the coolest place of all? Of course, the refrigerator." Alas, he was too fat and the shelves were too close together. Try as he might, he could not seem to find a space large enough for his fat body. It was even hotter in the open. The lawn was the colour of potato crisps, and the air was still. "When the wind blows, it's cool," thought the intelligent and noble puppy. "So if the air will not rush past me, I will rush past the air." "You're balmy running in this heat," said the cat next door, who was cool as a cucumber and neat as a pin. "You should be called What an Ass." "It's not fair that you don't get hot and tired and smelly like I do," panted the puppy. "Cats are different. There must be somewhere in the world where the air is cool and fresh." "Australia," said the cat. "It's on the other side of the world, exactly opposite to us. When we're having our summer, they're enjoying winter. It's cold in Australia now." Watermiss liked the sound of this. "Dogs are very good at digging," said the cat. "Why don't you dig a hole to Australia?" "Yes," said Watermiss. "If I dug a hole to Australia, their cold air would come up to us. It would rush up the hole, wouldn't it?" "That's right," said the cat. And she showed the puppy the exact spot. And Watermiss began. Afghans are natural diggers, and the puppy made fast progress. It was hot work, and soon Watermiss was hotter than ever. Suddenly he came across what appeared to be a thick root. It was a very straight and very hard root, but Watermiss managed to bite through it. The cat next door rolled on the ground with delight. The trick had worked. "That wasn't a root," she chuckled. "That was your water main." But Watermiss didn't care. The beautiful ice-cold water was wonderfully refreshing. Watermiss's mother looked at her puppy as he lay in his basket. "Did you have a nice day?" she asked. "I showed that cat," said Watermiss. "She didn't make a fool of me this time."
A compost heap, a kitchen mop, an old fur coat with a bird on top, a moving mess of unpleasantness. Good grief, what a mess! Eggshells, porridge, fell meringue. Is this Prince Amir up in jam? In toast and ketchup, you'll never guess. Oh no, what a mess! Though he's not a pretty sight, he really tries to do things right. With a mother who's tall and slim, I wonder how she ever thought of him. A shock